Make sure I grab the lighter. Whoa. Groovy. Yo, what the heck? Woo. I'm gonna just let that sit so we can rinse it out. Old yogurt container. I need some chapid stick. What am I doing next? Lighter. Gotta get the tunes going. Here. I love you the mostest.
I love you the mostest. What the?
Ooh, your lemonade is tart.
What?
It's a little tart.
Tart?
Yeah, a little tart. Oh, the thing is done charging. You ready? You wanna blow the incense? Or no?
Yeah.
You don't got to. Wait a minute. No. Wait for the flame to catch, okay? So, come here. It's gonna blow. All right. Now, I need to put the tripod up. Watch out, boo. Watch out, boo boo. Camera's in the way.
You're gonna be on live for our TV?
I am live, love. We're gonna do our little incense ritual. What's good? Watch out, baby. Here. Do you want some spray?
No, I like the other one to make me not compute.
I'm over here. I'm over here. You want some?
Don't compute.
The whole room.
Don't compute. Laser activity.
Laser activity.
Laser activity.
Yo.
Shutting down.
Oh God, I didn't have my apron on.
Mama, what's TV?
I'm getting it.
Where's the iPad?
Hey, why are we screaming? Why are we screaming?
Let's go because of my iPad.
Okay, don't squish your iPad.
Why?
Don't squish it. Then you won't be able to watch it. You have a squished iPad. Yeah. 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 Okay, hang on. No. Oh, okay. Please sit on the couch. What snack are you looking for?
Graham crackers.
Some graham crackers? There you go. Oh, no. You can't watch anything but that. That's too stimulating, okay?
Why?
Too stimulating, I just said. That,
Mommy?
yes.
Mommy?
If it's on, I'll just turn it off.
Mommy?
Okay.
If you keep saying no, if you keep saying no, Papa, no.
Is it on? Here.
Yes.
Here. No, put them on your head.
They on.
Yeah. I mean, are the headphones connected or not?
Yes, I connected.
Okay. I'm talking about in it. And if he had to he gonna spin it. He claimed it. No, he didn't. No, it's not connected. Bring it over here. Bring it over here. Bring your headphones.
That's why T-Mobile now has a cell network with 6 dedicated satellites that automatically connect to your phone. Verizon doesn't even have 10. And when you try to connect to them, you got to wave your
Let me try it again.
This look at how goofy. So, join T-Mobile. Come out to the middle of nowhere.
Can you give
Hang on.
Drop me a text.
You don't need no retouch. Okay, cool. We're gonna hop on the magic school bus. I need to do something about what's good. Hey! Need to do something about these coat hangers. Bonjour! I hope you have a great Wednesday. Today is Wednesday. Yo. That's crazy. I got a lot of stuff I'm gonna need to carry. This is my little water. I made some fresh lemonade, and now the lemons, this is probably the last day for the lemonade because now it's getting a little tart, a little sour. So thank you for the like. I'm gonna add a little stevia. I don't think I have any real sugar in my house. Thank you. This is Bear's little gamer cup. I'm gonna put that in there real quick. Bear wanted to dance in the rain. I was about to put on some Hillary Duff. Let the rain fall down. I wish I'd just do the whole thing. Might as well. I think that's why he didn't drink it. Lemon is starting to settle in it. So I put a little stevia, a little sweetener. Let me taste it. Stevia is a natural sweetener. A little bit better. Definitely the lemons. This is the last day. I'm gonna show y'all. All of the sweetener stuff is starting to settle at the bottom. I made fresh lemonade Monday. Today's Wednesday, so it's about 3 days. Them lemons is getting tart in there. So I'm gonna need to finish that off. What's good, chat? Buongiorno. What is this hot water? I have a market. It's a farmer's market. It's a small one, so we pray that goes well. This Saturday. I'm like caring so much. Pardon me, it's a commercial. Pardon me, it's a commercial. I know. Let me just drop off your water. I'm sorry, your lemonade. He got a water bottle over there. We will do a recap. Where I've been at? Me? No, where you been at, critic? I've been live. I was live the last 3 days. I've been live the last 3 days. No market prep. I stopped at the office yesterday and grabbed my coasters and earrings and buttons and keychains. I'm trying to keep it pretty minimal. This is a small market and I need to make something. These are free. So I know it's like their first year starting it. The last market I did, July 12th, I only made $30, bro. The fuck? I know, and y'all see my stuff too. I know people are mostly there for like, they've been buying cookies, and somebody had like sourdough bread, and somebody was selling honey. There was only 4 booths. I was the 4th. And I'm like, well, okay, this is super random. And I don't be cooking or baking like that. I bake for my family and I'll cook for my family. I'm not trying to cook for other people. So I'm like, anyway, props to anybody that be doing a baking business, or you feel like your food is good enough you can bake and cook to people. I'd be so terrified somebody would get sick. And I'm not no Ramsay, but I'm just be scared, And I was watching, okay, so this is my For You page on my TikTok is I get tips on booth displays and tips on how to be a vendor, etc. And this lady is like, there's a lot of people that believe they can bake well, and you can bake as good as you want, but if you have a cat in the house, that is cross-contamination. Like, if how do we know every single batch is sanitary? I'm like, it's very true. That's why I'm never gonna bring no food. I will never bring no food to a market or something like that, even though maybe some wrapped candy or something like that, but I'm like, I don't want, that's a liability. That's a liability, cooking. But I was like, let me mix it up. I'm gonna sign up for this farmer's market. It's a couple weekends I've signed up for. I'm doing like 2 a month, and then, cause it It overlaps with, I have a Saturday yoga class. I missed you too. What's good? I have a Saturday yoga class that I teach, and I've been teaching it for years. It's at a senior home. I teach seniors between like middle 70s, if they're not 70 already, to like 90, and they're in my chair yoga class. And I've been doing that for a few years, but it overlaps. So I'm like trying to like balance it. Maybe the opportunity I can make a little bit more if I don't do this, you know what I mean? And so if there's anybody local, I've been looking to hire an instructor so I could do more Saturday events. I'm pretty much signed up for the whole summer with things that I could sign up for. But then I could have somebody else teaching and I could be doing like a market or something, you know what I mean? So anyway, all that to say, I don't know what I'm saying. I got that market again coming up, and I'm like, I don't know what the market is because I sold a hair clip. I made like a cute little rainbow hair clip. I can count on my hand the stuff I sold. I sold a hair clip for like $12. I sold some sunglasses, and then I sold one button for $3. So I'm like, all of my stuff is 30 and under. Ain't nobody, you know what I mean? And so then that's like the discouraging thing. I'm like, okay, maybe if they see me again, they will want to actually buy something. Or I'm doing this market too because it's in Mequon. My office is in Mequon. If people are like, I missed you and I wasn't able to buy something, then you know that person was kind of shopping local, then they may want to come actually to my office and you know shop the boutique. I did get a question yesterday. I do have like my own space. It's half like my yoga office space, so I have like a massage table and I do privates there, and then the other like room is my actual like boutique, and I've been like setting that up. I'm trying to get it ready for an open house in October. Some people don't know, I wrote a book. I wrote a book on how I opened the youngest black owned yoga studio in Wisconsin. That was back in 2020, and this will be the 5th year celebrating it. You can go to Ashlee, CrazyYoga.com. ASHLEE, CrazyYoga.com. And then that's where you can directly buy my book. I don't recommend Amazon because I don't make a commission off of that. Because what do they call it? An anthology or something. It's a book with several other writers, but I was the only African American woman featured in that book. So simultaneously, while we're having the open house, I want to have like a book signing. I want to have like a massive deal on my services as a wellness provider. Yoga services will be slashed that day only, and my services I've made available online and in person. So personal trainer, yoga, Reiki, meditation, sound healing, all of those services will be slashed for that day only. We'll also be doing a book signing for my book, The Art and Truth of Transformation for Women. And my book, my story is on page 9. And then I want to have like a deal on everything in confidential goods. So it's like a one-stop shop. So that's coming up in October. I'm planning that. I think it's already a Facebook event if you want to come. And then I need to do something after this live and start posting about my cozy time crafts for the winter. I want to start having like a craft group at my office space. We did like a one-off punch needling workshop in June, but I want to offer it and help refine. I did eat breakfast. I had yogurt. I made like bacon and some French toast sticks for Bear, and I had like 2 pieces of bacon. Bro, that's dedication. He got some, what is that called? A backer board? Bro had like some backer board. It's raining and he does not have bungee cords or whatever. He was driving his car and holding like 2 long pieces over his sedan and driving in the rain. That's dedication. Side note, if y'all remember when I used to have my Beetle, I did like a car tour years ago. That's like one of my most viewed regular videos. My shorts get like a lot more views, like as viral, but like an actual video I sat down and edited. I did like a car tour of my Volkswagen Beetle, and I was saying the dedication that dude had these big old backer boards on his car, driving in the rain. It was dead December, and me and Carrie, when we were dating, we had this apartment, and we needed some bar stools to go around this counter. So we went to, I think it was Hobby Lobby, one of them stores, and then I got I'm gonna open the window so we can have a little bit of a breeze because it's getting hot in here. It was the dead of winter in Wisconsin, and we had those bar stools in the back of the convertible. It was not snowing, but it was still like that cool breeze. Back to what I was saying. I don't know. This is always a recap, so I know people be like disinterested and they want to just see. I want to see the art. I understand. These old windows, but let me warm up first. Right. So we've been recreating this into a painting. Zool Media painting. I'm always gonna shout out my subscriber for sending me that. I was just random. I was like, I'm looking for some inspo. If you got pictures of mountains, I really want to do a mountain yarn painting. I have no specifics. I'm looking for, well, the only specific I was looking for, a gray mountain. So shout out to Steve. He's one of our mods, and they found that visual. So this is my interpretation of that picture. It's half yarn painted. These are all individual strings. You see this? I feel like maybe I go too fast. You can see the progression in these lives, and I'm not saying it in a mean way, but I know people have squirrel brain. You can see when I post on my TikTok, I'll do like a video, and then you'll see like a video from yesterday, and then I'll post maybe something after this live today after we're done painting, and then you'll start to see the progression of that. So half of this is yarn painted, and I added some thicker yarn. None of this yarn I can use in my tufting gun, and I can't even use it to punch needle with. But I get gifted random yarns that aren't exactly acrylic. That probably is acrylic, but not the skinny yarn I need. I think it's like weight 4. I can't remember. However they classify it. Thank you. This is painted. Right here is painted. So half, that's why I'm calling it a mixed media. Half of this is yarn. And you know I'm a humble person. I'm always going to say that. But it's truly a talent. When people are able to read music, it's totally a different language. And I feel like people like downgrade that, or, you know, downplay people who are able to read music. But when you can color match yarn, or just even color match a freaking sky, you know what I mean? I know I have a gift. I just wish I had the reach though. Thank you. My style of painting is like a dotted type of paint. So this will be several layers, and you can already kind of see, I let the paint dry like that. I think that gives it a nice touch. There go Bear. Right here you could see, I like that. Like, I like texture. Obviously I like texture because I love working with yarn. So we're gonna keep adding layers to this, and it's gonna hopefully start to look like this. And if it doesn't look like this, that's okay, because I'm human. That's okay. And I mean it in the most low-key way possible. I know I'm a low-key artist, because this shit is cold. I know my talent. And I just love sharing it with people. But, you know, like I said, oh, she's just full of herself. Bro, I know I make dope shit. That's it. It makes me excited. And I hope it makes other people excited. So, got the idea to maybe add orange. I need some water. My ice, did I add ice? My ice is melted. There's no ice in here anymore. Bear finished another workbook. If you guys didn't know, I've been homeschooling my son. Is it too loud? Commercials be loud. And that was kind of screaming, babe. Is this okay?
Yes.
Okay. Bear got his headphones in. So I usually use, this is like, I was saying this yesterday, how funny this is. This, I don't even know if they make this brand anymore. I've had this brand before I even got married, bro. My husband, thank you for liking. My husband, but boyfriend at the time, same person, got me paint. And he's like, I want to see you paint. You hardly do any art. And this was, y'all, it's going to be 6 years. We've been married next month, but we've been together for like 10 years. I've had this since like 2017. If you remember, Rico, I know, is the one person that like has been watching for a really long time. So shout out to Rico whenever you join this live. I think like 2017. I've had this paint. I can't remember. What's good, Steve? And then like a couple years ago, I got this, and I don't go through paint that fast. I don't know. Here, let me pin this. If you want to shop with me, if you want to go and shop with me, when you shop, it gives me gas money. I could be a rapper. I'm joking, but my husband he's raps, and my brother has rap too. So they got music out there. I've been around rap, producing all that stuff. Anyway, the funny thing was, you know how they had the Sasha Fierce? I was like Suela Fierce. And like, if you know that era. Yeah, this was the orange. I was like, how can we like mix this? We are going to start adding an orange tinge to the painting. And I don't think I've used this orange before. I forgot. My generator is done charging. I need to put this somewhere safe. Fully charged. This is my generator, which I bring to market. I wanted to make sure this was charged. It's got a little handle on it, and it has a light. So I don't get paid for any of this, but yeah. If you ever see like a product review on it, they sent it to me for free. It's rare that they will compensate me. I'm sorry. I'm gonna put this slowly in here. Make sure it don't fall on nothing. You can stand up that way, and then make sure my charging cord, everything stays together. So this is my market tote. What the heck is in here? And I have all of these hangers because like back in May is when I last had to use my hangers, and I still haven't brought these back to the office. What do they call it? Trigger warning. My kneecaps have always cracked, okay? So don't get scared. All right, and it's funny because I'm a yoga teacher. I think I need a fan in here because I'm very sensitive to the heat. I don't like the heat. I don't think I use this orange. I was saying this is a cheap variety kit I got from Michael's years ago, and you can see the colors I actually use. We actually did open up this orange. So the getaway, we just take a different brush and we're gonna dip it. Trying to debate, what do I go with? Which brush do I go with? The fine details need to be the final layer. But I want to start with all of like the tan that I added. So I'll just keep both of them up here. But I'm going to take, like, these are ones I got from Target. Those I got actually from an art store. These brushes I got from Target. They probably work all right. I actually was recommended by somebody else that does art. What the hell is that? Oh, this is like hard. Hopefully that mixes well. I'm just going to throw that whole clump. Then I need to grab some paper towel. I'm talking about in it. And if he want the cat, he gonna spin it. I've been going like dummy crazy. You've just been silly on my TikTok. If you've been watching my TikToks, the progressions of these pieces that I've been making. My TikTok is just my name, Ashlee Tuck. I don't know. This is why I mean, like, I'm cool with being the underdog, but I need to make some money still. Cause bro, I've been working so hard. I'm still only at like 800 something. I just got to 800 followers on my TikTok. And like niggas who don't even post have like 1,000. I'm like, let me backtrack. Maybe they brought their subscribers. I know I gotta earn my stripes. I know what Tony the Tiger told me to do. But you can't say I wasn't consistent. I've been consistent for like the last 10 years? 10 years! Alright. That's my dipping brush. I'm going to also add some tan. I'm going to use this tan. I'm going to see how far I can get before I can make it to maybe an art store. That'll have to happen like maybe next week. I don't know. Unless something comes in. I'm hoping that this market goes well. But otherwise, I'll have to try to plan maybe for next week to go buy paint. Michael's actually, I ain't gonna lie. Michael's, they have some quality paint. We did like a mommy and me trip. My friend who also is an artist. And our sons are like just a few weeks apart. They're both 4. We went to we did it like twice. Went to shop for art and then like we came to my house to make some art. And they had to go pick up some paint because their medium I think is paint. Mostly paintings. They're gonna be making a really pretty flower. I think it's peonies. That flower. I have the Myers soap that smells like, I'm probably saying it wrong, forgive me, whatever, because this is a place for no judgment. But I really like how peonies smell. I like the Myers soap of them. But I think they're going to be making painting that flower. I'm going to also make sure I have white. Bro, my chopped ass was if you watch my TikToks, I did that one TikTok of the Sydney Sweeney. Sydney Sweeney has good genes. My hair color. I can't remember the actual dialogue, but I did a funny video and I pretended to be scared, if you know the video I'm talking about, and I threw my paint. And this paint bottle, I'm like, ain't no way I lost this in my craft room. I don't lose anything in my craft room. I really try to keep it spick and span. It's in my name. I really try to keep it decently clean. This fell behind my tufting frame. I said, I'm going to go to bed at 10. And I was still up looking for it. The paint bottle fell behind my frame, which is behind this big old table. So, I'm going to start with this. What if we add yellow? Do we need yellow? I don't know. I'm going to see. 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 I'm going to I'm looking at y'all. And he looks at me. I'm telling you, look at this. This brand, if you see me pulling out this bottle, I have this in a green and a yellow. I think I had a maroon still up in there. I think he just let me pick out the paints, which was really sweet of him. When we were first dating, he got me my first Prismacolor set of colored pencils. So I'm always going to say shout out to Carrie. And now I don't really color pencil anymore. I feel like it takes a little longer. Maybe I'll get back into it. I do want to sell my older pieces that were in art shows when I was actually in high school. I want to put those on my website, Confidential Goods. But if you see a piece you like, you can always just message me. Please just message me and sound like a human, because the really frustrating thing about being an artist is when the algorithm realizes that you're trying to sell something and that's how you make your living, they don't push the content out. And especially my Confidential Goods Facebook Messenger is clogged with like spam. Is this available? Why would I post? I'm not even being like that. Why would I post it and say shop Confidential Goods? I say all of this stuff. Why would I post this if it wasn't available? And it's always, like a bot that'll ask, okay, yeah, it is available, and I'll play along with it. Here's the link. This is how you can buy it. I take all types of credit cards, and you can either select pick up and shop because I'm local in Mequon, or you can have it shipped to you and it'll give you the shipping rate, etc. And then boom, bam, thank you, ma'am, you checked out. Then I'll get a question, do you take PayPal? Bro, please don't waste my time. What's good, King? Mizzy, I'm not. That's crazy. Now watch if I were to turn around. That's crazy. Me and Bear, I let Bear dance in the rain. So we went outside earlier today. This is my color palette. You can't even see it. I need to change this to a brighter light. So I'm going to change my lamp in a sec. Tan, orange, yellow. This is really old. And the white is over here. I can't even see it. I started painting this Monday. I actually, believe it or not, which is funny, I laid down yellow paint. You can see it in the middle right here, but I laid down yellow, so I'd rather have yellow peeking through than white. I feel like I wasn't back in the day where they used to BEAT, because I know words have to be censored. You know when they used to do that to kids? But like my art, it wasn't strict, but my art teachers knew my potential. And so they would always be like, make sure you never use black, because I know you know how to mix your colors to get a darker shade. And make sure there's no white peeking through, or I'll give you a lower grade. And this was before I was in my AP classes. Like my junior and senior year, I think I was just taking AP art classes. But I started this on Monday, not the yarn painting. So if you've been here for a minute, this yarn painting has been on and off. I had to do some rug commissions. I did some regular rugs. I did another yarn painting 2.5 days, which is actually insane. Yeah, some days when I don't go live, I'm like, damn, I just need to take a break. I've been creating a lot. And like I was saying yesterday, creating and making art of any kind is, takes your energy. You know what I mean? I'm going to mix these up. I got paint on me. I talk a lot. Oh, geez. You know what? I'm going to take y'all along on a trip. Thank you for liking. Bear had asked me for... Is this still too tart? Otherwise, I'll drink it.
No, I don't get to.
Tell me if it's tart. I put some more stevia in there, some sweetener. I know you like tart because you'd be... Too tart? You like it? Because he'll ask me... You took AP Psychology.
I don't like it.
Okay, then just put it back up. I did like AP painting, AP drawing, AP environmental science, maybe some other stuff. I just had to start filling it in after a certain point because I'm like, look, I want to do art. I don't want to do any of that other stuff. Just let me do art. And I was like forced.
I want to pee.
Okay, go pee. Give me one second. I had to mute that for a second. We'll be mad quiet. My son, well, because he's watching TV and I'll put his headset on because I would just have him, you know, we did our homeschooling this morning. Why isn't this closing? We do our homeschooling, breakfast, homeschooling, quiet time play. And then when I go live for a few hours, I'll turn the TV on, and then that is his TV time. Then we'll reconnect, and I was gonna change this light. Now it's getting bright out. It was raining. I like the blue light. It was raining earlier, so it was dark, and I needed the light. I'm gonna make an undertone though with some orange. But he has his headset on. I got a copyright BS because they could hear the Disney. I guess they thought I was trying to stream Disney, and Disney's really on that BS. For anybody who's interested with my pettiness, I did follow up with Disney. They sent me a message about that lady who doesn't like me. They can say it's anonymous. I'm like, I really don't care if you share my name, but I know it's anonymous. You know, you send it to the anonymous Disney tip line, because this lady started stealing my ideas. So I reported her to Disney because her entire collection, her entire business is just rip off of Disney, and she has no website, so that's how she's been under the radar. But I'm like, oh, okay, you wanna just start stealing ideas? Let me just go ahead and hit up Disney. They followed up with me, but yeah. This is pretty. This like peachy color. Thanks. Can you see that? All right, make sure you're on the couch. I wish. Bling bling boy. Of course I remember you. How do you see? Is this better? Because now I'm on the edge. Let me do the edge. We're gonna be adding some orange highlight. I only did a little mix. That orange is powerful. Some orange highlight to this tree. And just keep building the texture. You may go in with a darker one, but each of these trees needs a little orange. How is everybody in the live doing? We're managing. What was I saying? I leave off my thoughts a lot. Oh, thank you. I leave off my thoughts a lot, but in high school, I shared this yesterday, is when I learned about like dot painting, and you don't have to do full strokes. No diddy. But you can still like make really cool art with dots of paint. And so every time I do a painting, it's usually dot paint. My last yarn painting, not the yarn painting that, how do I say this? The last yarn painting that was a mixed media of that rainbow piece. I really should repost that so y'all know what I'm talking about. Unless you'd have to go all the way down to like probably, what was last year? Was it that? It was like 23 or 24, but I sold it last year. I did a rainbow yarn painting, and the yarn was like hanging off the frame. So like painting like this, and you know how my yarn stops as it falls off the edge, but I had to keep going, so it was the whole rainbow, took up the whole canvas. And then the background, I did like a little abstract like spotty thing, and now that's in a little baby's nursery, so that's super cool. But that was the last time I did a mixed media where it was two types of paint things, or you know what I mean, mediums I used. At the same time, like my art teachers too, and I think about this so much, my art teachers were like, make it look real. If you saw my concentration pieces I had to do, you had to make a collection of stuff, and then that was going to be your grade. So if you knew you were going to go into AP art junior, senior year, or whenever you were going to go into that, you needed to start to think about a series. Make it look real. So my concentration was animals with human characteristics. I had, this one was in a book, it was Sheila the Squid. I had a squid, 6 arms, and at the end of the arms was actual hands. And this was all color pencil. And as I'm coloring, I'm looking at my hand to make sure I got the shading right. I didn't take no pictures. Like, I think this was like, we had iPhones when I was in high school. I didn't take no pictures. I took it straight on from a realistic point of view. Okay, fine. I'm gonna make it, what is it? Mystical. I don't know how you say it. Say the word, or, but I'll add some human characteristics. Sheila the Squid, she was like holding a scuba diver, and each hand was like doing something, you know, with the hand. I made a panda and a tiger arm wrestling, and that was all colored pencil. I made a fish out of water. The fish was like an eyeball, and it was coming out of like a little fish bowl, like, you know, the Dorothy fish bowl from Sesame Street, like a bowl like that. Those were all my pieces. I made a Ferris wheel, but all of the hands, the wheel was made out of hands. These pieces are all available. All of the hands made a circle. You know, it was a black person's arm connected to a white person's arm, and it was a Ferris wheel. So, yeah. I'm not a dork at all. I am an artistic person. I took, y'all, I mean, I respect this community. I know everybody respects me who is in this community. That's why y'all here. I'm not good at art. I'm sorry, not art. I'm very good at art. I'm not good at math. I took math up to geometry, and in my 10 years of being an adult, I've never had to use geometry because I knew I was going to want to do art, and I knew I was going to be a yoga teacher. Now, if you reach back into your Pythagorean theorem, like what? Excuse me? I was very artistic. I hated school. I told y'all I had to just start adding classes. I did oceanography, and meteorology. These were like freshman classes, but I had to do a full credit of something else. They wouldn't let me. I was ready for the bag. They wouldn't let me leave. Like, I transferred. I was getting, and I mean this, like, I'm not even trying to be like, oh, you aces. You know the word I'm trying to say. I wanted to be more around more black people. So that's why I transferred my junior year, so I could be around more black people. Well, that backfired, because all black people like to do is fight. I don't even know what I did to provoke these people. But that was my first fight. The first year I transferred. And I told y'all about that. I literally was giving this nigga a hug, and this nigga blew it out of proportions. Then this nigga was like, I'm gonna fight you. I tried to go into the office. You see me on the camera, and they still like had to go to court and all that BS. I tried to go to the administration and say, these niggas want to fight me, bro. I don't know if y'all gonna break this up, but I'm trying to let y'all know. These niggas act like they didn't see me in the office. So I'm like, okay, fine. I'm gonna just keep on walking. There's a lot of fake ass people in this world. So I'm walking. I never really believed after I transferred that I had real friends. Because fuck Justin and fuck Jasmine. Are those the names? These two little black twins. Soon as these crazy ass black people walked up on me, they scattered like rats. Rats. You know, when somebody's a rat, they start to look like one. Anyway, we don't get into all of that. I ended up fighting 3 people. First year, I transferred to a more BIPOC school. Then you end up getting suspended and all that BS. The funny thing is, though, I wasn't really able to keep up with the schoolwork. My parents had to go pick it up because these niggas planned it. They planned it around like spring break, or we had like a little 3-day weekend. And then I had to miss an extra day or some BS. My parents knew about this too. My mom is like, well, just let us, know if we got to pick you up. Because I'm like, school ain't going to do something about it. Like, these people are trying to bully me. The funny thing was, these niggas tried to fight me. And I still kept up with my AP art. None of these niggas was in AP art. These niggas just want to throw hands. And I haven't heard from them since. So I can't imagine what they're doing now. I haven't seen them on the news doing anything. Just evil people. But I don't know where we got off on that. Oh, talking about school and stuff. I'm not a dork. I just am an artistic person. I love art. I love making art. I love doing art. And I was still able to do my art while they made me stay at home. And I already had like almost a piece done when I was working on this concentration. What do you mean, Krayshawn? No, not by any means. I am not a fighter. But now being a mom, I feel like it go down in the not go down in the end, but it could go down. I got too much to lose. I don't like fighting. I tried to tell the office. You saw me on camera, and these niggas act. Then white people, white school. Even though it was more BIPOC people there, still white school district. Even the superintendent, he was black, but he wasn't really a nigga, because like he did not care. I saw him in the office. These people, they said they want to fight me. You gonna do anything about it? Bro didn't do anything about it. Now we here. That's what I mean. People just be a little ignorant. I was more into art. I was not trying to do all of them other classes. And the superintendent, I did not want to shake his hand at the graduation. I did not shake that nigga's hand. That nigga tried to touch me. I said, no, don't touch me. Caught that on the mic. Don't touch me. Because my mom didn't have a job. So there was a lot going on. My mom didn't have a job. The whole family was sharing one car. And now that I transferred, I was going to a school where the buses did not come to my house. I needed a reliable ride to get to school. My mom is bussing everybody around. My dad to work, my brother to work, and me to school. What's going on?
Nothing.
Sit on the couch. And when I told this nigga, I told this superintendent, I'm just trying to make some money. I already got all of my credits. This nigga made me graduate with extra credits because he would not let me leave school early, just so I could pick up an extra hour at work each day of the 5 days. You know what I mean? So the Bob Ross angle, I know. I'm trying to figure out my angles. This, okay, don't get sick. This is a really tall tripod right now. I don't want to show my son either. My finger got a cramp. I'm sweating. Yo. I try to show this, but then I don't want my... Is this better? I'm just adding a little orange to each tree. Anyway, pretty open book. I don't know what else. There's nothing to gatekeep. I am who I am. It was always, I just want to do art. I'm just trying to help my family. I just want to make some money, bro. Thank you. There'll always be somebody trying to stand in your way, bro, for real. What you doing? Hey, TV is not in here. You asked to watch TV. He stole the rest of my yogurt bowl, too. I need to smile. Who gon' hold me down? The orange is really powerful. So I'm like, I need to mix way more of this tan. We keep that peach. This is just some cheap acrylic. I don't do oil. I know that's a lot of extra stuff I think you need to do when you're using oil. I use what I have. I mostly do, I mostly paint clothes. So I got a versatile, acrylic can be used on canvas and you can use it on your clothes, but you need like a, you can't see it from here. You need like a, to combine it with this chemical, which you gotta be careful of. Something you pour into your dish and then you mix it with the paint. Then that's how it's able, my paintings are able to withstand, paintings on clothes, are able to withstand high heat because you have to press it and seal it with an iron, heat bond it to the fabric. And you can wash my art when I paint clothes because I'm using like this bottle. I'll just show you. The guac. That stuff. Every day I'm like, I should have just wore a tank top. I be wanting to show my art and I want to go live, but to for real be comfortable, it's too hot in here. If you know what I mean, it's too hot. So I can only withstand a few hours before I need to just, you know. I wish it was a little more gloopy. I'm not mixing enough. I'm just what you made, God. Not many I trust. I'm gonna go my own way. Take my faith to whatever you want. I'm out here. Won't stop till I get me some. I need it gloopy like this. Hey, yo. Hot as heck in here. I know it's like 80 out there, even with the rain. Oh, man. Oh, yes. I like how this looks. Switch it back to me. I'm rolling because the sun's out. What she want? I pull up on my girl on accident, then I swindle her. That was me all yesterday. Singing that song for this live. What if we add yellow? What color do we make with yellow? Can we make an undertone? Fiesta, fiesta. Tell a ghost story. I think I told this story before. If you remember Osiris, I know Osiris was like some type of king of some sort. I don't know. If y'all are into the mythology stuff, I know more details of him. Osiris was a really popular shoe. And my brother got a pair of them. He really wanted the swan ones. It's like turning into mustard. I'm trying to make an undertone. I feel like I need some brown. Ooh, yellow. We could add this to the grass. So my brother finally got the Osiris, the spawn ones. My brother, this is when we all lived at the house I grew up at. My brother couldn't fall asleep. He would always say, it looks like there's just, his bed is like here, back of the headboard, where these windows are. I can't fall asleep because there's like a window here. And he's like, it just always looks like something is trying to, there's like a shadow in the corner or something like that. All right, sit back, love. It's like a shadow. And it looked like it had wings or something. I don't remember what he was saying. And I may have been middle school, high school, whenever Osiris was really big, whatever year that was. Maybe middle school, high school. And he's just like, you know, I can't have this in my room anymore. So we go to the fire pit in our backyard, you know, just on the patio. And you remember when the Droid phones were popular? He pulls out his Droid phone. I don't remember if he threw his shoes in there, but he threw the box. The box was really cool too. The box it was like a boom box. It was a really cool looking shoe box. He wanted to save the box. And you know, whenever you're a sneakerhead, I feel like everybody wants to save the shoe box. And I don't remember if he kept the shoes, but he throws the box in there. And on film, on his camera, you can see something with wings trying to escape the flame. And this was before I was really into spirituality, learning about things like that. I grew up very Christian home, if y'all remember. He's sharing that, like, deep in the Christianity. Like, on film is like a black silhouette of a demon with its wings trying to escape the flames into the air. And my dad is just smoking a cigarette, and he's just like, what are y'all talking about? Anyway, that's my ghost story. And then after that, my brother went to go sleep. He's like, I don't see it anymore. I don't see that weird silhouette. I'm liking this little yellow splash. So I'm kind of going a little crazy with the yellow. Cyrus was trying to escape the flames. Yeah, those are like the only... I don't know if I got ghost stories. My dad probably has some. The hood tanks are out, y'all. Yeah, that was freaky. Freaky. Anything else? I can't think of stuff right now. Are we sitting back? You need to go? Just go.
No.
Pause it. I know. Do you need to? Do you need to?
No.
You sit down.
Yes.
Okay, please be careful. Are you getting hot in here?
No.
I'm gonna take his lemonade, which is very tart. Ooh. That is tart. Bear said he liked to lick lemons. That's straight lemon then. Need to blend this a little bit better. Every dot, this is the crazy thing about this, every dot just brings it together. Sit back. Adds just some type of interesting contrast. Now it's really gonna turn up a notch when I do the darker trees. Like we have the light trees, which are like that tan, orange, light color. Just using these colors till I burn them out. You don't like a color? Just dot over it. I don't watch anime, but my husband does. Not recently though, I don't think. I really be watching true crime when I'm doing art. I've always been like true crime, and I don't know. Where did it go? It really just went to YouTube. Because I grew up on DirecTV. Then DirecTV went crazy and
Oh, Mama, me.
switched to Dish. And that's kind of when I was getting older. I was just watching, you know, Disney Channel, Cartoon Network, Nickelodeon, the Toonami and all of that stuff. But then when like I left, I really just started watching like YouTube stuff because I was like, yo. Thought y'all knew. I really just try to lock in and be mindful of what I was consuming, because you know, you are what you consume. Everything really shapes who you are. So I started watching like more, it's gonna sound a little corny, not corny, but Aspen and Parker, and more manifestation stuff. I started watching Aspen and Parker in my early 20s. Now they divorced, which is crazy. So I'm glad my frontal cortex developed. and I never was like a fangirl on stuff. Never really fangirled hard on stuff like that. But Aspen and Parker, I aspired to do stuff like that. I need to get this. I'm almost done with this peach color, and then we're gonna switch to that. The lighter green. We're gonna do a lighter green so I can do highlights. Highlights on the trees. The trees. This tree is like been forgotten. We'll help you out. Hang on. I try to be more conscious of the stuff I was consuming, I guess. It was like, hey Rico, Aspen and Parker. These white people got married young from Utah, but she was already doing content forever before she was even an adult. Vlogging, lifestyle YouTuber. If you know my life is Ava, I'm like, I know if you're finding my content, it's totally opposite, which is funny. White girls traveling and making, if you remember when travel vlogs were popular and stuff like that, I was into that. But then, this is the thing, and I did a rant on this, when people become influencers and people are watching you because of you. Great, that's awesome. And then like when they want to do a business endeavor, I've always wanted to do a business endeavor. I've always wanted to, I knew I wanted to do art when I was little, but then I discovered, I was introduced to yoga. This is all in the book I wrote. Introduced to yoga literally as a Girl Scout. Thank you for the likes. As a Girl Scout. And this is how strict my Christian Baptist home was. My mom would not let me wear leggings. So, you know, Girl Scouts, you go on like the little trips. We took a trip to a yoga studio, and it was full circle because I did this also for some Girl Scouts. They go to a yoga studio and then you can earn like a meditation badge. So we in like 5th grade, I went to this yoga studio. My mom made me wear jeans to do yoga. I was introduced to yoga at 10 years old. Didn't know I wanted to do yoga when I got older. I said I want to do dance. But everything I wanted to do, my mom was like, you can't do that. You're not going to be able to do that. What do you think I'm capable of? And then I wrote a book, you know. But anyway, backtracking. I was introduced to yoga. I forget what my point was. What was the question? I lost my track. My train of thought. I knew I wanted to do art. And I knew I wanted to do art for a living. Very young. I've always been making art and stuff like that. The funniest thing about perspective and where my brain was as a kid was, they're like, draw yourself as a kid. And this, I literally was in elementary school. Draw yourself as a kid. All of the white girls saw how corny and easy it was to draw an oval and then draw a little baby head. If you know what I'm talking about. You know when babies are swaddled? Draw the oval's the blanket, and then like the little head, the circle poking out, and draw a smiley face. Something of that nature. as a child, right? Draw yourself as a baby. That's what we were told to do. This was an elementary school little craft project we had to do. Everybody took that route, but where I knew my brain was very young and I knew that I was capable of doing things like this, the perception I had of myself, I drew myself ponytails, little hair clips. I was sitting up. I drew myself, I put, I think, 2 bottom teeth. You know, I think the bottom teeth are the ones you get when, how did I know this? I drew myself sitting up, the little baby hands, and I drew myself with 2 bottom teeth. And I'm pretty sure to this day they probably are using that as an example whenever they do that project. So I'm like, anyway. But I tried to fill, I'm gonna change around my, thank you. Hey, Davin? I'm sorry. Davon. You gave me the enunciation yesterday. How's it going? It's still raining here. What am I saying? I knew I wanted to do art. And then when I started to get, because I was just so indoctrinated? I don't know what the word is, of being a Christian, and this is the only path you're able to follow. I'm like, I grew up having gay friends. I grew up having Indian friends and people who believe in other higher beings, you know what I mean? And so to have that in the back of my head did not make me feel like a good person. So once I was able to leave my Christian home, not able, y'all know the story, I was forced to leave my house. Once I was able to leave, I'm like, I just want to be spiritual. I want to be accepting of everybody's background and not have this thing in the back of my head saying this person is not good. They're not, listening to this religion. So people are now saying Christianity is something you get indoctrined in and whatever. Anyway, I just wanted to be more spiritual. And so listening to my mom, things like that, it wasn't manifesting the things that I wanted out of life. I'm like, yo, why are people talking about manifesting money, things out of thin air? Writing down affirmations, So I really tried to be more aware of what I was consuming in that aspect. Do you need a light? It's a little dark.
No.
You okay? Okay. Being more mindful what I was consuming. The real inspiration was That's So Raven and True Jackson VP. Fictional characters of somehow I wanted to become a fashion designer and stuff like that. But I couldn't imagine myself, I couldn't imagine myself going to school to do that. This is another old bottle. And so I'm like, I'm gonna create this on my own somehow. Anyway, I don't know where my story is going. And we about to have fun. Ooh, that's cold. We're gonna start mixing. We need to do a lighter tone. What's up? I do think that too. And it was when I was able to do my own spiritual journey, it gave me the eyes to see that. New eyes, whatever they call it. I need a thinner brush. Fuck. We'll just stick because we can always cover that up. I should have mixed this with a smaller brush. Yes, everything does take work. I'm gonna switch to that lighter brush I was showing you. Smaller brush, my fault. Not lighter. Trying to hold a conversation and focusing on painting is a little difficult. What? Oh, I thought you needed something. All right. So we are just trying to make little light strokes. This is the thinnest brush I got, fam. Now I'm focused. That's my focus face. You look nuts. Sometimes it might just be the wrong audience. These trees are looking player. How do I? Bro, these trees are looking player. I'm already in a flow. Fuck. Look at these trees, bro. I really like how these trees look. I like the little strokes on those. We're gonna add more. That was like a oopsie on that one. We'll do the Bob Ross angle. This is the better camera anyway. Y'all see the wig? Hold on. Forgive me. Lord, forgive me. You know what the crazy thing is? I already shared my piece about that lady though. Earth Mama Medicine really liked her content, was encapsulated by this person's content. And then she just went back on everything she preached about. And I was just like, what? This person was who inspired me that it is safe to have a home birth. So I was trying to do a home birth and really didn't need any intervention, but I ended up going to the hospital and still did everything natural. Truly had us all fooled with the perception she was giving us. And it's just like, you know, you gotta just take people who be out here with a grain of salt. Because the person she was saying she was so in love with, she never married them. And she ended up kicking that man out of her house. And I'm like, aren't both of y'all on the lease? How was bro just so cool about leaving? Then they trying to raise this kid. And I said, I can't be on your content no more. So I stopped following this person. Then you check an update right now. Not right now, but probably earlier this year I checked in. I'm like, that man is back in her house. I'm like, are y'all gonna get married? I think they have a second kid. Earth Mama Medicine. I'm like, Valeda, what the hell are you doing? And very confrontational person if you call her out. I got a few more trees, y'all, so I will check the notifications in a second. We can always go back in the conversation, revisit some topics if I missed anything. That's bothering me. No, now it's dry. I don't know what I'm gonna do about that. You can always just paint over it, so I might just leave it alone, leave it alone. People on TikTok are sweet sometimes, but I had a comment yesterday about this painting, and they were like, "Oh my goodness, how long did it take?" I said, "Girl, I ain't even done. I am not done yet, but I appreciate you that you can already see it's coming together." Oh, incognito. This tree was playing hide and go seek. Something too, which is like a little learned thing, is changing up your brush. When I really was like painting in school, I just wanted to use the same brush. I could use the same pencil grip size. When I did colored pencil stuff, it felt weird. This is way skinnier, you know, than the average pencil. It always felt weird in my grip. So that's always a reminder to myself. Change your brush. I was speaking about this yesterday. Maybe I was just talking to Carrie about this. Okay, thank you. You eating something? Get it out your mouth. Do you need another snack?
Yeah.
What do you want? What do you want? Nana. You tell me when you're hungry. I was speaking about fine art, and I don't know if I had shared this on my live, but a lot of people say my art is not fine art. I've been denied art galleries. I'm like, I don't think anybody has submitted a rug. A rug would look really cool. And I think somebody said that's a nice craft, but I wouldn't consider it fine art. Oh, well, it took me like 2 weeks of my life to do. So I think it's special. And you need to think it's special when, you know, you're the one creating it. It's going to be interesting when this piece comes out. 2 more. 3 more. Wood tank. Whoa. Had the whole trailer hopping ass. hectic. Fix bro up. I think I'll need to paint over that. I think I got all, if not, of these. They mad. So I was going through all of these trees. This was the one that had a oopsie I need to maybe try to fix. I like how the trees are starting to look. Somehow it will all come together. Let me check my notifications really quick because I usually keep my phone on do not disturb. Are we sitting back?
Yes. Oh, what's something else?
You want to watch something else?
Cut tomatoes.
You want some maters?
Tomatoes.
Mate.
It's a tea.
Yeah, I know tomatoes. You're my painting better than I thought. Well, I love to deceive a lot. Yes. I do know how they have their own look. I'm going to put some hand sanitizer on and I'm going to make him some food. In New York, I Millie rock. Okay. Yes. Well, how do I say? My aesthetic is cows and flowers. If you see like big flowers on things, then you know it 9 times out of 10 it's me. Flowers translate to every medium that I do. So if you're here just for the painting, see how it translates as a rug and how it translates into a piece of clothing, if you know what I mean. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. I'll do 7 meters. But I am locked in beyond measures. If you think the painting is beyond measures, there are over 200 pieces of artwork that you can view, shop, peruse. The link from one of my mods, Confidential Goods, that's been pinned here. Everything. I am trying to make pretty much my own TJ Maxx, if that makes sense, where you can shop my artwork. You need something to match your wall. You need a rug to match your room. You want me to make you a mirror, or these jeans just don't fit me. I'm a tailor. I can tailor it, you know? So I'm 28, but I have my own style. I'll leave that open. I know it's hard to find your own lane. And that's why I don't really do a whole lot of paintings. Like I'll show you in a second. I need to take a bathroom break after I give him some maters, and we'll touch base and I'll show you. If you weren't here earlier in the live, I was sharing that I have a market this Saturday coming up. I'm a fiber artist and it bleeds into embroidery. It bleeds into tufting and rug making, painting. do yarn painting. And I do stationery stuff. Do I look 28? I still get ID'd. I'm like, y'all don't see the gray hair, bro? That nigga stressed. I feel like people go into art and then they feel like they can only stick to one thing. That's you. You're an artist, but you somehow painted yourself into a box. Art is playful and for creativity. You know, it's ever evolving. It evolves with you. My website is linked down below, and then on my YouTube channel there should be already some pieces. So like I think you can see, can you X out of a live while YouTube? I don't know how that works, but without leaving the YouTube app totally, you can see how my work translates into different mediums. This is a quick snack that he likes. I'll make some maters with what is it, avocado oil, salt and pepper, and he'll eat the whole thing. Yeah, I love them. that Glorilla song. Give me 1 second. And I'm right back. ASAP. Tatted on my chest. That's a life tat. Make sure I'm not forgetting nothing. This is how the piece is coming along. Now the sun is out. Wish I could just stand up. It's too hard. Trying to show the whole thing. So we've been working on the painting portion of it, and then all of this was yarn to make mountains into a dark gray sky. I got paint sitting out right now. Let me turn that off. Like I was saying, I have to open the big box of Dungeon Matter. Here's a great example. This is, I started making headbands. So I make rugs of all different sizes. This is a headband I made. I'm waiting for them to come and pick it up. This is a rug, and I made it into a headband. Rather than grabbing everything out too, these are my business cards. This is everything that I pretty much do. I'm embroidered jeans. These flame jeans are bleached. I have 2 embroidered hoops on here. There's a few rugs featured. These are also embroidered. It's not doing justice. And that's a pillow that I hand sewed, the go away one. But if you want to check me out, you can screenshot this. And that's how you find me. I have a physical place in Mequon, and I'm on the lower level. Otherwise, you can see all my stuff on my website, which is linked below. And I also have like an Instagram too. Vision. And that's why I said there's over 200 pieces. Most of this stuff, praise to the highest, has sold, but what is available? These jeans, the flame ones, are available. I think I have one more of this sweatshirt, and this pillow is double-sided. It says go away, and on the reverse side it says welcome in orange. That pillow, the sweatshirt, and the flame jeans are still available. The flame jeans are a little small, but yeah. This is, we're taking a little detour. This is a jean jacket I'm working on and using actual yarn, and I've been stitching that together. Yes, everybody is into pants. Joe, check out my pants. I got skeleton pants. I got those flame jeans, little ones with hearts on them. Everything is hand painted. It's bleached, or I hand embroidered on all of my jeans. I'm gonna have my jeans with me right now. And we'll open up the dungeon, and I'll show you a peek. The goal as an artist is not to stay in one lane. Take up all the lanes. This is a backpack. What I was saying, when you see the flowers, then you absolutely know. You absolutely know. It's in the fine details. Don't forget to smile. This hat I made as well says the confidential goods on it. I'm packed up for a market. This is a mirror. This is a rug mirror that I made, and it says you are beautiful. It's a big flower. Like I said, when you see the flowers, you know who it is. These are earrings that I hand embroidered. This is everything I can see on top. When I draw, stuff is sliding. Anything else I can sitting on top? Rug pants. I have rug. I did rug elbow pads on a jean jacket. That's my personal jacket I made. You can't touch my hair. I drew this and made this into a button. I press these myself, and I make the backs myself. So when you truly shop handmade, you are getting the real deal. Y'all like SpongeBob? I really wish I weren't here right now button. For the niggas, my stuff is unisex. You should see my rugs. I have a Nike rug. If you're into cartoons, I got a Courage the Cowardly Dog rug. I have some skeleton jeans that are men's sizes, 32 Lees. All of my sweatshirts are unisex. All of my t-shirts are unisex. I have a t-shirt I wear a lot. It's the tan one. It says my girl THC, your girl CBD. Those are on my website under tops. I have magnets. I have this as a magnet, and I have it as a button, and these are pink and green. This is the pink version. My buttons are only $3, and this is hand drawn, and I hand press it. Button press right over there, right behind my camera. I don't outsource a thing. Everything, all of the jeans, upcycled, washed, and patched of any holes, or unless I create holes. I know it just looks girly because of the purple. You take the This is a SpongeBob reference. That's literally how it was. You know, just take the purple backing off and you got the pin right there. Men and women have brought these before. I can't dig all the way in here with one hand. I'm literally trying my best. That's like unisex. I have unlike coasters for cars. If I really dig in here, I do customs too. You hit me up, you should see some of the customs I've made. I did like a Harley Davidson embroidered hat for a dude. Rides a Harley. I guess you drive it. I ain't going back and forth with you niggas. Living my best life. We'll just pull it all out. My commissions are open. This is another headband I made. I got the half one though. Evil Eye coasters. These coasters are designed to fit in your car's cup holder. So you get a pack of 2. My tag says this goodie was made just for you. I make the tags myself. I tie them all up myself. I have like a little skeleton coaster. These go in your cars too. 2-pack. For a guy. I love flowers though, that's why. You could do like a smiley face coasters. But like if you had something like small and you wanted it as a coaster, you could. I did a Grateful Dead mouse pad before. I can't show everything. It's too much. You can just look and see for yourself. Pumpkin coaster set. This is like a rainbow mouse pad I made. This is stuff I'm bringing to my market. This is like all dotted. I have hats too. Rug boxer briefs would be very uncomfortable. This is like a checkered. I have a couple checkered things. It's so hard to see. It's a checkered set. Blue jean. It's like the color was denim. And I have like a black and white one somewhere in there. These are the Earth coaster set. I don't have everything with me. Rug panties, bro, chill. I have a Cricut, so I do make silly things with my Cricut. And I've been wanting to come out with an underwear line for women. And I was gonna do on the underwear, on the back of the underwear wear, I'm gonna do like a little underwear line. Okay. You sitting back? Maybe? Yeah, these hangers getting in my way. Can you sit back?
Yeah.
Oh, it's too expensive. But, you see this right here? We took a little break. You see this right here? I have a sewing machine. Not the nasty paint water. There's a sewing machine back there. And I want to get a different sewing machine, a better one. And I will teach myself how to sew. I taught myself how to make rugs. I taught myself how to paint. I taught myself how to embroider. How hard would it be to learn how to use a sewing machine? I've used the sewing machine a handful of times. Legs fell asleep. Rug do-rags, bro, chill. If it was a do-rag, you got to think about the material. It would make sense for me to sew that and find a cool fabric and sew it. A do-rag, that'd be hot. A lot of the men I'm around may put it on a hat or under a hat or something like that. And if it was a rug on it, they wouldn't be able to fit it under a hat, you know? Unless the do-rag was like a hat in itself. But there's literally a whole catalog. If you go, a knitted 2 rags with the mountains. If you go to my finishing my thought, if you go to my TikTok, which is Ashlee Tuck, you'll see all of my art, the whole array of, you know, how far I can expand. I don't just stick with painting. Today, I need this out of my room so I can go into my office space. And what was the last thought? For knitted, I have a knitting machine, so I only showed you a fraction of the machines I actually use. I have a Cricut. This is a knitting machine. This is how I make my hats. So y'all stick around for when it gets cold out. I make beanies with little pom-poms on top and scarf sets. So if you're looking for a custom one, any color. I got all colors of the rainbow. Just let me know. I know my wig is in the way. If you see my TikTok. I got the Maker 3 because I cut fabric with it too. If you see my embroidered, I embroidered hoodies. I cut and recycled denim and then I stitched it to my hoodies. So that collection, those are also like they're hand dyed. Those are under my hoodies. This is my tufting gun when I make rugs. Iron is in there. There's a laminator under there. But yeah, that's the craft room. Views. I got a printer, but I need ink. It's a pizza cutter. I have a fabric pizza cutter type of knife. Carrie will go to a friend's house and they'll match and play Tekken 7 together. He's got videos on his channel. Is it Profit? The Profit? I forget what he renamed it to. Getting back to where was that angle we were at? I feel like the painting may have moved. All right, we need to make this dark. We let my paint sit. I knew the orange was going to be kind of a glob because I ain't used it in a minute, so it was kind of stale on top. What time is it? 12:40. I can feel myself kind of slowing up. And I have to wait anyway. That's the one thing about painting. I have to wait in between it. If I was making a rug, I wouldn't have to wait. You use it for everything. Be careful not to use it for anything because then that can dull it. Make sure it's just like fabrics and stuff like that. What type of stuff do you be making? Need to fill this up. But I low-key like the light green. Whatever is happening here, maybe we just make it a, I don't know. I'm not sure what we're gonna do, but we're gonna do something. Oh yeah, and I finally have a closet too. I was, Oh, when I come out with my bells, I need to make some sales, bro, because there's so many ideas I have. If you're new here, I literally talk about every time I get an idea, I have a running Word doc of ideas. That's why I never run out of ideas of things I want to do and to make. And somebody really like shine some light on it. When you get these downloads, they're for you. I need some more. When you're like, you get this vision of something you want to make or see, that vision is for you to make it, and you need to make it in a timely manner so you can bring it earthside. It's almost, you know, like people say their business is their baby, treat it like that. Well, that's way too green. We need to tone you down. I do need to mix in some black. Highlights and lowlights. Baby, what you doing? I didn't want to get dirty. It was so clean. I was like, wow, that was a clean pour. It didn't fall on the floor. It fell, but like nothing leaked out of it. Rugs and knitted shit. What do you mean? There's a huge difference Knitted stuff you can wear. Rugs, when you're making rugs, you don't typically think of something you can wear. If somebody was asking me to make like home decor, then I would do more so as a rug. Um, I can make a rug into a stool. I could make a rug into a mirror. I've made cushions and things like that before. Or you could just make a rug a rug. Knitting, just look at a hat, you know, or like a sweater. That's like what knitting is. There's a whole thing. And like I said, if you do have TikTok, you can see the process of how what actually goes into making a rug. If you go to my page, I try to show the behind the scenes. You have to use, there's no glue involved in knitting. You could simply knit it, and possibly if need be you could use a sewing machine if you're doing something super elaborate, but you can just like stitch the pieces together using probably the same thing to knit. I don't knit. I have a knitting machine, which is literally a crank. It's a crank machine, but everything is done by hand by me. Yeah, so when you're making a rug, there's rug glue involved. There's so many different glues that I need to use when I make something knitted. I'm sorry, when I make a rug. There's so many glues you need to use making a rug. Knitting, no glue necessary. The mountain has been made with this glue right here. Eileen's tacky glue, that brown bottle. The mountain is stuck to the canvas with glue. Don't cheat yourself. Learning how to stitch, don't cheat yourself learning the skill of basic sewing. You can mend so many of your things and not have to rebuy stuff if you learned how to sew holes and do patchwork and things like that. That's something that's like a life skill. It'll save you so much money. Please sit back. Nana, or are you training a show?
Yes.
Okay. Now, don't cheat yourself is what I'm saying.
Mommy, I'm not cheating.
I'm not talking about you, baby. When to learn how to stitch, don't cheat. Yeah. Don't cheat yourself out of that skill, because trying to be cheap, and not saying it like in a bad way, and just trying to glue things together to wearable things, it's going to be so much friction and movement, the glue may just peel up. I'm very mindful, and that's why I don't make a whole lot of bedazzled stuff. I thought about going into that. Somebody had asked to do some work where I would bedazzle. I use the same glue for the rugs, E6000. But you've even seen sparkles pop off. It is so hard for something to fall off that has been stitched and fused into the fabric. You know what I mean? So learning, and that's why I'm intimidated to do the sewing machine. I used it a couple of times to sew when he was cloth diapered. I used to sew them up because, you know, you go through so many diapers, bro. I'm gonna give myself the biggest pat on the back because I cloth diapered, obviously, pat on the back for that. But we had like 30 shelves, and that's it. I forget how many diapers, disposable ones, people go through. But every other day I would do just diaper laundry because we had 30 shelves and then a lot of pads, and then that's how you layer the pads as they got older, etc. But the wear and tear, washing every other day, you know. I got this cheap sewing machine and taught myself how to sew. Now I need to relearn. The scary thing is that has always been for me to learn a new skill is literally how to thread. how to thread a punch needle. Why am I tiptoeing around that? Just learn how to thread it, and to how to thread a tufting gun so you can make rugs. It'd be the simplest thing. It's not even the technique. I'm already right. I can do that. It's the threading. So getting over the fear right now for me is just to learn how to thread a sewing machine, and then I'll use a sewing machine. Yeah, I showed you all of that. Tufting gun, the blue handle right there. This is my frame right here. This is my tufting frame. Tufting gun, tufting frame. But you have to still thread the material. Every time you change a color, you need to rethread your machine. And that's what I was saying. That's the intimidating thing for me. We're not doing no jumps like that. You have to thread the tufting gun. It don't just got the colors loaded. So, you know, I had to watch some videos, etc., etc. Talking about something that's gonna make a plan. Can't believe what I'm seeing, man. You gotta go. I just wanna make it feel fun. Let me spill your sin, goddamn, you look so. No groupies. See a blonde girl with brunette. If you're talking about, the word is an applique. An applique is, I don't have the dictionary definition. An applique is something you're layering on top. So you could, but there's still so, I think, I tried, okay, my personal experience, I've had a lot of people ask me, can I make patches? Sure, I can make patches. I went to my Joann's and I tried the patchwork because I'm like, oh, I can just bypass the sewing and get patch paper. There's a such thing as patch paper. You get some patch paper, and then you stick it to whatever you want to make into a patch, and that's how you make a patch. So I'm like, well, I'm gonna like punch needle, and then I was gonna make like some punch needle patches. What I think you're getting at, the paper did not stick together. You saw that in a live. And then I ended up just sewing all of my sweatshirts. I ended up doing like a border. I think it's called a straight stitch, walking stitch. Just sew the letters down. I tried to just cut my denim in the letters that I wanted, and then I tried to iron them together. You fuse them together, sticky side to sticky side, and then you bond it to whatever the last base is to make it into a patch. And the paper was not sticky enough, and so there is patch paper out there. Maybe somebody knows how to do it better. Did not work for me. You could do that, but I would put, if you're not using any super strong bonding glue, I would put dry cleaner only, probably, just so somebody's not like, hey, my letters fell off, or my art fell off the sweater that I got from you. I would just make sure to include that. What's good, Bear? Thank you.
water.
I'm gonna make it my leg itchy. Itchy. They are big chilling over there. Take me to your best friend's house. Oh yeah. I love you then and I love you now. Oh yeah. 1, 2, 3, 4. I need another sip of some agua. Oh, that's a pretty green. Every time you dip the brush, it's like a different color. Don't leave me tongue-tied. Can you sit back? Hey, yo. Bear.
Hey, Stinky Mom.
You stinky. You're not sitting back. You're not sitting back. That's the ultimate stank. Trying to have this blend a little better. Don't leave me tongue-tied. I don't know why that song in my head. All right. Now it's kind of like an invitation where we can start adding more yellow. I brightened it up just a wee bit. With some green. I got a lot of green still in my dish, so we're gonna see if we can make this color even brighter. Once this current mix runs out, and we're just kind of sporadically dotting, so then the colors start to mix together. And I'm trying to be mindful that my colors are not centered just in one spot. You can kind of catch them and walk them throughout the piece. Alright, time. Big old mix. Make this super bright.
Oh yeah, I want to watch that.
Yeah. Do I have any white? What is this called? Oh, that's a nice one. We'll stay here for a moment. I should just start showing my color before I dab it down. Dab a wrench. If anybody has learned anything from this live, never stop creating. What up? How is everyone doing? You are now in the world I'm ruling. Take a minute to adjust to the wondrous plus. This is a journey to the horizon. If this is real to you, we can be on the other side. On the other side. Side to side. That's a I Love McConan song. Side to side. So going on one. I'm going to need to prepare a lunch. A lunch of some sort. I got a tickle on my nose. I appreciate everyone who has stopped by this live, came, share their thoughts. Oh my gosh, my nose. We are nearing the end. Not of this painting. Could be. Nearing the end of this live. His nose getting out of control. Really? This green. Whoa. Lucky Lime Pie. You know Coretta. She be making good key lime pies now. Ain't nobody mess with my girl Coretta. Let me tell you something, young blood. You ever had a key lime pie? I don't think I've ever had a key lime pie. I've always been like a chocolate girl. But the alter ego, Sean and Coretta is somebody I've made up when I got my buzz cut. It's been a funny character that I'd be bringing up. Coretta, hello, what you doing, honey? What up? How's everyone doing? You are now in the world of moving. Take a winner to it and then run to us. This is the journey to the horizon. We're too close. See if it's real to you. Or we can meet on the other side. On the other side. Now we really just need to focus on blend, blend, blend. Who is outside squeaking? Last notch, even brighter. Even brighter. The white highlights are gonna go dummy. Once we hit white. Oh, wait! That's beautiful. That's beautiful. Wow. Just gotta sharpen these trees a little bit. Oh, it's crazy. How did I have this positioned? I'm just in the zone for now, y'all. Love this little patch. All right, now we gotta bring it back. We need some block underbones. Oh, straight lemon. We're running out of areas to mix. Bucket. Let's put some orange in there. Bucket. What's that gonna do? Ooh, look brown. It's making it a little brown. The black is so overpowering. Whoa. Even after patting it, you still want it. Who wants the smoke? I can't wait for the review and to show you. So I'm about done. Little specks of green look good. Babe, are you on the couch? Matter of fact, let me just paint this bottom. Green looks really nice. It's like a nice solid color. Yeah, and a good way to use the rest of this up. Yeah, I'll make you some carrots. I literally just finished, babe. Thank y'all for being here. I'm sorry if you just joined and you weren't here earlier. I usually end my lives around 1:30. We have been painting this entire time. Foot is tired. Look at this. Now look at this. Magnus Manners keeps on driving me. I try to move, but see, I'm not the best. I did this in 3 days. I finished a first, it's really finished last. Not the yarn part. Make sure you like and subscribe. Check out the link that is pinned. That is my website. And it's where you can find all the cute art that I make. I'm artsy fartsy. I not only do paintings, I do rugs, and I do custom clothes, bro. Hit me up. All right, with that being said, make sure you like and subscribe. And come on over to, what are you doing? Come on over to my Snappity Chat, Swagger Pants. Come on over to my Tickety Talk. My name, Ashlee Tug. Facebook, Instagram, all that stuff. All right. I love you guys. I'll see you